Hello, awesome resellers. So I just wanted to make a video about making an extra side income outside of your Poshmark and eBay store is coaching. So if you like teaching, if you like guiding, if you like mentoring, and you have kind of a following, you could offer coaching services. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of what I do and how I do it so that you could also do it yourself. Or if you just wanted to get a coaching with me, then you can also do that too. So I've experienced coaching myself, so I knew what I liked and what I didn't like, and I try to implement that with what I do for my clients. And first things first is you want to make sure that you have a good match with the person that you're working with. So if you're really like on time and you're always really scheduled, then the person is really flaky and really like spontaneous, you have to say like, okay, do you want to work with somebody who's always like, I can't meet that day, or you know what, I'm sorry, I changed my mind, like, and you're really scheduled and you're really busy. Like, so make sure that you assess that this person's a good match for you and that they also like you too. They probably do because they're seeking your services, but you know, you want to make sure that you guys have good chemistry. Second thing I want to advise is let people know you coach, because they don't know if you don't tell them. On your Instagram, on your YouTube, if you have a website, just let it be known, and also your rate. I actually am on the lower end of the scale because I want to work with lots of people and not just people that, you know, want to spend $60 to $100 to $200 an hour. I know that there's that available too, but you know, I want to help people that maybe kind of struggling and just need that extra support. So you could let your price be known, or you could just let that be known to them. And what I do and how I format it is I actually ask them. Basically, I said, I'm going to help you by giving you advice on your closet or your store or your eBay store, and tell them what you think they can do to improve sales on it. Two is I'm going to answer any questions that you have. So I ask them to please write down questions that they have in their mind, what they want to ask me, so that I could better meet their needs. And then three, I talk about goals, like short-term and long-term goals, because if the client is a mom with 3 kids and has a full-time job, then my goal isn't going to tell them like, okay, list 50 items a day and let's try to make $500 a day. You know, like, you're gonna know based on the goals that they have, and you know, just kind of getting to talk to them in that hour, that what is going to be feasible, because you want to give them the best results, and you want them to be able to walk out of that 1 hour meeting and saying like, okay, I know what to do short term, I know what to do long term, and I know how I'm gonna run my business and improve my sales based on what this coach has taught me. So you could do that model, or you could just do whatever you feel comfortable, but I'm just sharing with you what I do, because I noticed that takes the full hour, and both people, like, I feel like I've provided a good service, and I feel like they've told me thank you after the meeting, and they said I've gotten a lot of good advice on that, so that they feel like they paid for the full hour and nobody's wasting each other's time. And you want to just make them feel like they've got their money's worth, as well as you want to make sure that you are able to help them as well. So after that all ends, also I give them a follow-up question. I say, okay, what are you going to do differently after you talk to me? And then say they said something like, I'm going to cross post to trade seat all of my items. I said, okay, after you do all of that, please DM me and let me know that you finished that. So that at least that there's some kind of accountability, that they felt like they're going to do what they said, and you feel like, you know, they're going to do what they said. But you don't have to do that. That's just me. Like, I like to make sure that people are really getting something out of my services, and that they have some kind of accountability. And that's what a coach does. A coach pretty much makes a person feel accountable to do what it is that they want to do. And the questions and answers is really good, because now they're getting answers from your personal experience and insights, and how they can improve, and how they sought you because, say, you have a niche and they're interested in knowing about how, you know, you find your photos or whatever like that. And it's something that if they asked regular other resellers, they couldn't get that question answered. So you want to do that. And then the whole part with the short-term and long-term goals is you want to get them thinking about like, how do they want to grow at the end? Like, how do they want their own Kim Kardashian empire, or do they just want to pay the bills every month of what their husband's not paying, like just some side hustle income? Or do they want to be the biggest social media YouTuber? You know, whatever their goals is, you want to know, like, you want to give them practical advice when you talk to them about those goals, so that what I do is when I get those 3 questions answered, like question and answers, goals, short-term goals, then I could even like research in the background, like what I think I could do for them or give them advice. And then when I'm talking to them for that 1 hour, I'm prepared. Like, I'm not just like, well, I think you should just list 50 items a day and share. Like, I'm not going to give them that generic answer because that's not going to feel good to them. So if they ask ahead of time, I could give them more insightful responses, and even the tools that they can use that will help them with their questions. So like, for instance, a person had asked me, I purchased this brand dress and I've had them sitting for a long time and they're all new with tag. What should I do? So I told her about Sellhound, and Sellhound gives you 4 different cost solds of each item, so that when I talked to her on the phone, I already told her, okay, this is the brand that you were trying to sell on eBay, Poshmark, and Tradesy. It's selling for this amount. I think that we should go and put all those items on eBay because that's the highest sold. And next time when you do buy something like that, check this Sellhound app because of all this information here. So then they're like, wow, okay, I'm going to do that. I didn't even know about that. Or I want to cross post, but I don't have time. I'm a busy mom. Well, there's this app called List Perfectly or Vendu. Let me show you how that works. And then boom, you could show them. And so when you're giving them advice, it's not just some generic advice like, well, carve out time when you're not busy with your kids, then list it. No, you're giving them specific tools and specific answers for their problems because it's personalized. So you want to get that information beforehand so you could prepare when you talk to them. And then after all of this, you could follow up with the email, talk about what you went over, and then ask for another appointment. Like, are you available again for another appointment? Or has this been helpful? Get some feedback, good and bad, so that you could hone in on your craft and get better with that. So this is just another way that you guys could make some extra income as a coach. It's also a way for you to just help others if you love mentoring and guiding and coaching and teaching. And it also builds more credibility in terms of just your expertise and your niche and your selling skills. So there's a lot of really good benefits for all of this. And so what you could do is, if you're interested in coaching with me, I'll leave my email on the bottom for the link in the bio. If you're interested in just learning how to coach more, there's tons of YouTube videos, and there's also even coaching certifications that you could also get. But I don't have coaching certifications, but you know, I have a big following on my Instagram and they trust me and they've seen my sales and my numbers, so they trust me that way. But there's many different avenues of coaching. There's also life coaching, there's also style coaching, there's many different coaching. But in terms of reselling, that's how I operate with my Poshmark coaching, as well as if they wanted to do eBay. So I hope you like this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I just have lots of tricks and tips on Poshmark reselling and all of that. I have a Facebook group. It's called Bunch of Styles Christian Reselling Group, as well as Instagram. That's Bunch of Styles. And just thank you so much for watching. I'll link all of that in my bio. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.